Over the past 2 years that we've been running the Newsmakers Tech channel, we have purchased over 200 computers with the goal of sharing their stories with you guys. Sadly, a few of those computers we've bought to mess around with and cover for you guys have met terrible fates. We thought it would be fun, and a little depressing, to take a look at the computers we've purchased over the years that have sadly not made it to our studio in one piece. Whether it be from the seller's complete incompetence in shipping computers with more than a single piece of single-ply TP as protection, or from delivery guys testing their shot put skills with our boxes, here are 5 systems we bought that tragically met their end before we even opened their boxes. Although all of these computers are pretty busted up, some are worse than others. We'll be going through them in order from least damaged to most. Firstly is the Power Macintosh 7200/90. We were really looking forward to covering this system due to how foreign it is to us. None of us had ever used a pre-iMac powered PC Macintosh. Generally, our experiences with Apple computers ended with the end of the Apple II line and picked back up after the return of Steve Jobs. We were quite excited to explore an entire setup we had no experience with, but then this system showed up and our plans were kind of ruined. All of the clips holding the case together are busted and there's a big piece missing from the back. Also, the metal caging from inside is completely loose with a ton of rattling going on, which is never a good sign. This isn't the only bad luck we've had with 90s Macs, as you'll see further down the list. We bought 2 systems from the same seller at the same time, so I'll save the story for how they got this bad for the other one. Fourth is the Tandy 1000HX. We bought this Tandy 1000HX hoping to cover it in our ever-continuing goal of covering every single Tandy computer ever released. This is the only system from the list that I know for certain works, since I've been messing around with it a ton in my free time. The Tandy 1000HX was one of Tandy's most successful IBM-compatible computers, due to its convenient form factor and attractive pricing. We were really excited to cover it since we already owned a Tandy 1000EX, which is kind of like the HX's older brother, but that apparently was not meant to be. This one was definitely the seller's fault. The computer was shipped at the bottom of a large box with a CM11 monitor stacked on top of it, with only a few pieces of newspaper to protect it. One of the worst packing jobs I've ever seen. I'm honestly surprised the monitor survived the trip without shattering too. We did receive a full refund for this one, so that's something, I guess. Fun fact, this was the second Tandy 1000HX we purchased. The first one was shipped by everyone's favorite company, FedEx, who claimed they delivered it. They did not. We never received the computer, and after weeks of painful back and forth with them, we never received a refund either. Ouch. After such bad luck with HX number 1 and HX number 2, we picked up a complete in-box example, which I unboxed here. That one did thankfully show up in one piece. Next up, the Franklin Ace 2200. Boy, this one's a bummer. This is the Franklin Ace 2200. Although it's not the worst damage system on this list, it's a tragedy that it's here at all, since this is a fairly rare computer. We love covering Franklin's computers on this channel, as they are incredibly interesting and overlooked. And for us to have one of Franklin's rarest models show up in this condition really sucks. This is the second case in a row of a computer being poorly shipped in the same box as a monitor. The monitor banged up against the plastic casing, causing it to break in several points. And even the parts that didn't break are now covered in scratches and chips. You know what's even worse? We paid $99 for shipping. And guess what? We never got a refund for this one. Isn't that ridiculous? Next up, our poor Tandy 1000 TL2. Just look at it. The front of the TL2 was completely destroyed. There's nothing left of the front of this system. This was a case of poor packaging again. In fact, there was no packaging. The seller put it in a smug box with zero packing material whatsoever, and this was the result. It's a shame because we were really looking forward to benchmarking this system against our TL and our souped up TL3. I don't think that's happening now. We paid $100 for the system and just under $40 for shipping. The seller did very quickly refund us though, so that's something. And finally, oh boy, we have our Apple Macintosh Quadra 630. Wow guys, before I saw this Quadra 630, I didn't know computers could be this broken. This system was bought from the same seller as the Power Mac from earlier at the same time. Both showed up on the same day, but in separate boxes. Each had a small amount of cellophane wrapping them, and a few pieces of newspaper for protection. While both were damaged, this one definitely saw the worst of it. No matter where you look, you'll find damage. Entire sections of the casing were reduced to a fine dust. There's cracks on all sides, and the entire metal frame is bent. Even without opening up, you can hear just how bad it is. I was picking little bits of this computer's plastic out of our carpet for weeks. Ugh. As a silver lining, at least we didn't spend too much on this one. It and the Power Mac cost just about $90 in total combined, so I'm not that upset we never got a refund. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, I actually am quite upset about it. Well, there are 5 computer horror stories for you guys. Please press F to pay your respects and like this video and subscribe. Let me know on our Discord server the worst computer shipping you've ever seen. And if you'd like to support us financially so we can recover from all these computers we never got refunds for, you can support us on Patreon. And I'll see you guys next time.